Hello and welcome to Mrs. Brown's online classroom. Today we're going to look at writing equivalent fractions. In order to write an equivalent fraction, you need to multiply or divide both the numerator and denominator by the same number. And so let's take a look at an example. So if I take the fraction 6/8, I can divide both of those by a common factor, and the common factor they have is 2. And I end up with 3/4. And 3/4 is equivalent to 6/8. Or I could multiply both of those by the same number and get an equivalent fraction that way. But why can I do that? Why can I multiply them both by the same number and it doesn't change the value? Or why can I divide both of them by the same number and it doesn't change the value? Well, let's stop and think about what we're doing. We've got 2 over 2. In fact, I could put a fraction bar in there. So I've got 2 over 2. Well, what is the value of 2 over 2? Well, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So in other words, I just divided it by 1 whole. What happens when you divide by 1? Doesn't change the value. If I take 3 over 3, 3 divided by 3 has a value of 1. So when I multiply something by 1, does it change the value? No. So you're allowed to multiply or divide as long as you do the same thing to both the numerator and denominator, because you're actually multiplying or dividing by 1, or a type of 1. Alright, so let's take a look at one more example. If I take 12/20, okay, let's write some equivalent fractions. Well, one of the ways is I can find common factors, things that go into it. So for instance, 12 and 20 are both even numbers, so I know they're divisible by 2. So I could divide both of those numbers by 2, and I would end up with 6/10. Or, if I know that they're both multiples of 4, I can divide by 4 because they have a common factor of 4. And so that would give me 3/5. I could also multiply them by a number. So I could take my 12/20 and multiply both of those by any number I want. Let's say I wanted to do 5. And that would give me 60 out of 100. And I can keep doing that as many times as I want, so there's an unlimited number of equivalent fractions that you could write. I hope this helps, and have a great day.